The Zorith armada drifted into Earth's orbit like gods descending from the heavens. Their warships were colossal, gleaming constructs of alloy and plasma, bristling with cannons large enough to shatter moons. Entire civilizations had surrendered at the first sight of such power. And now, the Zorith expected the same from Earth. High Chancellor Kthar broadcast his message across the planet's networks, his scaled visage filling every screen. His golden armor gleamed beneath artificial lights, and the command bridge behind him radiated cold, mechanical perfection. Humans, he declared, his voice a guttural growl carried through every transmission, behold the might of the Zorith dominion. These vessels have crushed empires older than your species. Entire star systems have knelt at our approach. Surrender now, and you will live as servants. Resist, and you will be erased in fire. The chamber of alien dignitaries aboard his flagship erupted in smug laughter. They had seen this cycle repeat countless times. Pre-industrial savages cowered. Emerging civilizations hesitated, then surrendered. A few tried to resist, futilely. Not once in 5 centuries had the Zorith met an enemy capable of standing against their fleet. Surely, these humans, barely a blip in galactic records, would kneel. But Earth did not kneel. Instead, silence stretched for long minutes after the transmission ended. The Zorith commanders watched with predatory patience, waiting for the inevitable plea for mercy. Then, a human face appeared on their screens. A general in a plain uniform, dark eyes calm and unshaken. He did not wear ornate armor. He did not stand upon a throne. He simply looked into the camera and spoke in a steady voice. "We've seen your ships," he said. "Impressive. But you came to the wrong planet." Chancellor Kthar frowned, his crest flattening against his skull. "Do you defy us, human?" The general almost smiled. "We don't kneel. Not to you. Not to anyone." The Zorith chamber buzzed with irritation, but Kthar waved them silent. "Arrogant vermin," he hissed. "Your orbital telescopes cannot even measure the scale of our fleet. You mistake your ignorance for strength." But before the Chancellor could continue his tirade, space around Earth shifted. One by one, shadows emerged from the void. At first, the Zorith thought they were human satellites, crude metal husks. But then the shadows lengthened, widened, towering silhouettes of battleships sliding into view. The Earth's night sky glimmered as enormous black hulls revealed themselves, each dwarfing even the Zoritha's greatest cruisers. The Dominion's officers stared in disbelief. "Impossible," one whispered. They never announced themselves at the council. Humanity was supposed to be primitive. Yet the truth hung before them in silence. Dozens, no, hundreds, of human warships had been waiting, concealed by cloaking fields and the shadow of Earth's magnetosphere. Each vessel bristled with weapons unfamiliar to the Zorith, their designs angular and predatory, like wolves waiting to strike. One ship eclipsed them all. It drifted forward, its hull dark as obsidian, etched with glowing scars of weapon arrays. It was nearly 3 times the size of the Zorith flagship, its presence suffocating, its silence deafening. The human general's voice returned, calm as ever. "You came to show us fear. But fear, Chancellor, that's something humans learned to master long ago. And we built these ships not for conquest, but for survival. If you wanted our surrender, you should have come before we learned how to fight gods." The Zoritha's arrogance wavered. Some of the younger officers shifted uneasily, their eyes darting to Kthar for orders. For the first time in his reign, the Chancellor felt the heavy weight of uncertainty. "Empty threats," he spat, though his voice faltered. "Your species cannot match us." As if answering him directly, the human flagship powered up. Entire decks lit with the glow of fusion cores. Weapon arrays extended like the wings of some mechanical predator. The void thrummed with energy, as though the ship itself were breathing. And then, with surgical precision, it fired. Not at the Zorith fleet. Not at their flagship. Instead, the humans targeted a dead moon orbiting nearby. A single lance of energy tore through space, struck the lunar surface, and shattered it into fragments. The explosion burned bright enough to stain the void in fire. The Zorith stared, frozen in silence. Their vaunted plasma cannons could scar a planet, but this was annihilation. A demonstration. The human general's face reappeared on the screen, his voice steady, final. Leave our orbit. Now. If you don't, your armada won't even have time to broadcast its surrender. For the first time in centuries, the Zorith Dominion withdrew. As their fleet limped into the depths of space, High Chancellor Kthar could not banish the image from his mind, the shadow of human warships, vast and silent, waiting like predators in the dark. They had expected fear. Instead, they had found something far worse. Humanity had not just built ships to rival theirs. Humanity had built monsters of steel and fire, and they had hidden them, waiting for the day when the galaxy came knocking. And that day, the Zorith realized too late why the Council should have feared Earth all along.